Picture a ship that has been quietly winning over loyal cruisers for decades, the kind of vessel where the crew remembers your name by the second day and the layout feels familiar before you even unpack. That is the reputation Grandeur of the Seas has built within the Royal Caribbean International Fleet. She is not the flashiest ship sailing today, and she does not pretend to be. What she offers is something many seasoned cruisers actually crave, a classic cruise experience done well. Grandeur of the Seas carries around 1,992 passengers when fully booked, with a crew of roughly 760 keeping things running behind the scenes. That ratio matters. It means service tends to feel personal rather than rushed, and it gives the ship a calmer, more relaxed rhythm than the giant resort-style vessels currently dominating cruise advertisements. For travelers who want a real ship that feels like a ship, she fits the bill nicely. In this review, the focus is on what it is actually like to sail on Grandeur of the Seas, from the staterooms to the dining venues, the pool deck to the spa, and everything in between. Whether someone is considering their very first cruise or their 40th, this should paint a clear picture of who this ship is for and who might want to look elsewhere. So let us step aboard and take a proper look around. Starting with the staterooms, Grandeur of the Seas offers the familiar range of accommodations that Royal Caribbean cruisers will recognize. There are interior cabins for travelers watching their budget, ocean view rooms with windows for natural light, balcony staterooms for those who want their own private slice of sea breeze, and suites for guests looking to stretch out with extra space and added perks. The variety means there is generally something to fit most budgets and travel styles. The interior cabins on a ship of this size tend to be cozy but well thought out, with smart use of storage to keep belongings tucked away. Beds can usually be configured as either a queen-style setup or two singles, which is handy for friends sharing or families traveling together. The bathrooms are compact but functional, with the kind of shower setup that becomes second nature within a day or two. Ocean view rooms add that all-important window, which makes a real difference for anyone who wants to wake up and immediately see where they are in the world. Balcony staterooms take that one step further, giving guests their own private outdoor space to enjoy morning coffee or a quiet evening glass of wine. On a ship with Grandeur's character, sitting on the balcony as the sun sets feels especially relaxing. Suites bring more square footage, upgraded amenities, and typically a few added benefits like priority boarding and concierge-style service. Families traveling together often find suites worth the upgrade simply for the breathing room. Accessible staterooms are also part of the lineup, designed for guests with mobility needs, which is something Royal Caribbean takes seriously across its fleet. While the ship is not loaded with the smart room technology found on the very newest builds, the cabins are kept up well, and refurbishments over the years have helped modernize the decor and the in-room features. The overall feel is comfortable rather than cutting-edge, which honestly suits the personality of the ship. It feels lived in the best possible way, like a favorite hotel that has been quietly refreshed over time. Moving on to dining, this is one area where Grandeur of the Seas tends to earn warm praise from her regulars. The main dining room is a centerpiece of the experience, and on this ship that grand space is known as the Great Gatsby Dining Room. Spanning multiple levels and decorated with elegant flourishes, it serves as the home base for traditional sit-down dinners and offers a rotating menu that changes nightly. The food in the main dining room covers a wide range, with classic options like steak, seafood, pasta, and roasted meats sitting alongside lighter choices and vegetarian alternatives. Service tends to be attentive, and many cruisers comment on how the waitstaff quickly learns preferences, from drink orders to favorite desserts. That kind of personal touch is part of what gives the ship its reputation for a friendly, tenured crew. For more casual meals, the buffet offers the usual all-day options that cruise passengers expect, with breakfast spreads, lunch stations, and lighter evening fare. It is the kind of place where someone can grab a quick bite between excursions or pile a plate high after a long day in port. There are also poolside options for burgers, pizza, and grab-and-go snacks when nobody wants to sit through a full meal. Specialty dining is part of the experience too, with venues that carry a modest cover charge in exchange for a more focused menu and a quieter atmosphere. These spots are popular for special occasions, anniversaries, or simply for guests who want to mix up their evenings. Reservations are recommended since these restaurants tend to fill up quickly on sea days. The bar scene on Grandeur of the Seas is laid back and varied. There are lounges suited to quiet conversation, livelier spots with music and a buzzing crowd, and pool bars perfectly placed for grabbing a frozen drink without leaving the sun deck. The Casino Royale is also part of the social heart of the ship for guests who enjoy a little gaming after dinner, with table games and slot machines for entertainment. Themed dinners and special menus pop up across the sailing, giving cruisers something to look forward to beyond the standard rotation. Whether it is a formal night, a regional cuisine evening, or a seasonal celebration, the dining team works to keep the experience varied. For a ship of this size, the dining options feel surprisingly well-rounded. Out on the pool deck, Grandeur of the Seas keeps things classic rather than overloaded with gimmicks. The main pool area is the social hub during sea days, with sun loungers arranged around the water and live music or poolside games keeping the energy up. It is the kind of space where guests can stake out a chair with a book or jump into a friendly game with new friends within minutes. Whirlpools sit nearby for guests who prefer warm bubbles over a swim, and they are a popular spot at sunset when the sky turns gold and the ship glides into the evening. The pool deck also features the famous outdoor movie screen, which is a real treat after dark. Watching a film under the stars with the sound of the ocean in the background is one of those simple cruise pleasures that never gets old. For those who want a quieter experience, there are typically adult-oriented areas where the volume drops and the vibe leans toward relaxation. These spaces give grown-ups a chance to escape the busier family zones without feeling cut off from the action. A quiet whirlpool, a shaded lounger, and a cold drink make for a perfect afternoon. Grandeur of the Seas does not have the elaborate water park setups found on the newest megaships, and that is part of her charm for many guests. The pool deck feels manageable rather than overwhelming, easy to navigate, and never quite as crowded as the largest vessels can get. For cruisers who remember when pool decks were for swimming and sunbathing rather than thrill rides, it hits a nostalgic note. When it comes to onboard activities, the ship offers a solid lineup that keeps days interesting without ever feeling like a theme park. The rock climbing wall is one of the standout features, a Royal Caribbean signature that lets guests scale a colorful wall with the ocean stretching out behind them. It is a great photo opportunity and a surprisingly fun workout for anyone willing to give it a try. The sports and fitness areas include space for jogging, basic recreational games, and casual workouts in the open air. A walking and jogging track gives early risers a chance to log some laps with sea views, which beats any treadmill back home. For active travelers, finding ways to stay moving on this ship is no challenge at all. Entertainment comes alive in the evenings with a main theater hosting production shows, live music, comedy, and variety acts. Royal Caribbean has a long tradition of putting together polished stage productions, and even on smaller ships in the fleet, the shows are typically a highlight of the cruise. Guests often plan their evenings around catching a performance before or after dinner. Around the rest of the ship, the centrum acts as a vertical heart for the vessel, hosting parties, performances, dance classes, and casual gatherings throughout the day. It is the kind of space where guests stumble into something fun just by walking through, from acrobatic shows to live bands. The centrum shops are also tucked nearby for browsing duty-free goods, jewelry, and Royal Caribbean souvenirs. Cultural and educational programs round out the schedule with options like trivia contests, dance lessons, cooking demonstrations, and informational talks about upcoming ports. These activities tend to draw a loyal crowd who use them to fill sea days with variety. For guests who like to learn and engage rather than just lounge, the daily program offers plenty to choose from. For wellness, the ship features a spa and fitness setup designed to give guests a chance to unwind and stay active during the sailing. The fitness center is equipped with cardio machines, weights, and space for stretching, with ocean views that make even a routine workout feel a little more inspiring. Group classes are typically offered as well, with options ranging from yoga to spin and other guided sessions. The spa side of things offers the kind of treatments cruisers expect, including massages, facials, body treatments, and salon services. Many guests find that a spa appointment on a sea day is the perfect way to slow down and reset, especially after a stretch of busy port stops. The atmosphere is calm and quiet, designed to feel like a true escape from the rest of the ship. Sauna and steam facilities are part of the wellness experience as well, giving guests a place to relax muscles after a workout or simply soak in the heat for a while. These features are easy to take for granted but become an absolute favorite once travelers build them into their daily routine. Pair a steam session with a quiet whirlpool soak afterward and the day is off to a wonderful start. Yoga and similar mindful fitness classes appeal to guests who want to balance the rich dining and busy activity schedule with something more centered. Even casual participants tend to walk away feeling better than they did when they arrived. The wellness offerings on Grandeur of the Seas are not enormous in scale, but they cover the essentials with care. For families, the ship is home to Adventure Ocean, which is Royal Caribbean's dedicated youth program. This space is designed to keep younger cruisers entertained and engaged with age-appropriate activities, games, crafts, and themed events. Counselors are trained to handle different age groups, and parents often appreciate the structure that lets kids make friends and have their own adventures. Adventure Ocean typically splits children into different age brackets, so younger kids are not mixed in with older ones and activities can be tuned to suit each group. The schedule usually includes science experiments, scavenger hunts, themed parties, and plenty of creative play. For parents, knowing the kids are happy and supervised opens up the chance to enjoy a quiet dinner or an evening show without worry. Teens have their own spaces and activities too, designed to feel more independent and social. Lounges, organized hangouts, and teen-only events help that age group find their crowd and enjoy the cruise on their own terms. It is a smart balance that keeps the whole family happy across an entire sailing. Family-friendly touches extend through the rest of the ship as well, from the pool deck to the dining rooms. Grandeur of the Seas may not have the elaborate kid zones of the largest Royal Caribbean ships, but for many families that simplicity is actually a plus. Less to chase down means more time together. Ports of call are a huge part of any cruise, and Grandeur of the Seas has historically sailed a variety of itineraries depending on the season. Royal Caribbean rotates its smaller ships through different regions to give cruisers options ranging from tropical island stops to scenic coastal cities. Checking the current schedule for the specific sailing being booked is always the smart move. Shore excursions tend to follow the usual cruise line pattern, with options ranging from low-key beach days and city walking tour to more adventurous outings like snorkeling trips, zip lining, and cultural experiences. For first-time cruisers, booking through the ship adds a layer of reassurance since the vessel will wait if an official excursion runs late. Independent exploration is also possible at most ports for travelers who prefer to go their own way. What makes the ports worthwhile is partly the destinations themselves and partly the way Grandeur of the Seas delivers guests to them. The smaller size means she can often dock at places larger ships have to skip, and disembarking tends to be quicker and less chaotic than on giant vessels. For port-focused cruisers, that efficiency adds up across a sailing. Some itineraries lean toward warm-weather beach destinations, while others focus on historic or scenic ports with plenty of culture to explore. Either way, planning ahead and picking excursions that match personal interests is the key to making the most of each stop. The ship's shore excursion team is generally helpful for anyone looking for advice. Pulling all of this together, Grandeur of the Seas earns her reputation as a comfortable, well-run ship with a loyal following. Her strengths are clear, from the friendly tenured crew and the welcoming dining venues to the relaxed pool deck and the classic Royal Caribbean entertainment. She delivers the kind of cruise experience that built the modern industry, and she does it without trying to be something she is not. The weaker points are largely a matter of expectations. Guests hoping for the latest megaship features like surf simulators, robotic bartenders, and giant water parks will not find them here. For travelers focused on the most modern bells and whistles, a newer ship in the fleet might be a better fit. But for cruisers who value atmosphere, service, and a manageable size, those missing features are not really missed. Wear and tear can show in spots, as with any ship that has been sailing for years, but ongoing refurbishments help keep her looking and feeling well cared for. The vibe leans more toward relaxed and traditional rather than trendy and high energy. That is exactly what her regulars love about her. What makes Grandeur of the Seas stand out is the combination of a classic cruise feel with the dependable Royal Caribbean service experience. She offers familiar features like the rock-climbing wall and the outdoor movie screen, signature spaces like the Centrum and the Casino Royale, and dining venues like the Great Gatsby dining room that give the ship real character. It is a package that works particularly well for guests who want a true cruise rather than a floating amusement park. Her smaller size is its own selling point. There is something to be said for a ship where guests can learn the layout in a day, recognize fellow cruisers by the second evening, and feel like part of a community by the end of the week. The bigger ships can be incredible in their own right, but they cannot quite replicate that intimate feel. For travelers planning group events, celebrations, or business gatherings, ships of this style typically include meeting spaces and flexible venues that can be arranged for private use. Grandeur of the Sea